Steelers and the Titans. Pittsburgh has won 10 consecutive home openers. Jake Locker in his second year as a starter with a revamped offensive line. Let's look back to Week 16 of 2008. Remember Keith Bullock waving the terrible towel after a 31-14 Titans victory? Well, Tennessee has not beaten the Steelers in Pittsburgh since that game. Opening kickoff, this was the best Steelers offensive play of the day. Oops. Darius Raynaud fields the kickoff at the goal line, takes a knee, looks like a touchback. Not a touchback. Ball was not in the end zone when he touched it. He actually fielded it outside the end zone. We have a safety. Steelers take a 2-0 lead. Mike Munchak says, I've never seen that before. Steelers get the ball, 2nd and 6, the Titans 21. Isaac Redman gets stopped after a loss of 2 yards, but starting center Maurkice Pouncey goes down with a right leg injury. He would leave the game. Kelvin Beachum, third year out of SMU, would replace him at center. A huge loss for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Look at his right knee, rolled into by guard David DeCastro. Pouncey would not return. 4 plays later, 3rd and 1 at the Titans 6. Isaac Redman fumbles at the 1. The Titans recover. Titans take over on their own 20. Roethlisberger can't believe it. Ensuing Steelers drive, 3rd and 15. Roethlisberger sacked by Zach Brown, his second sack of the drive. Roethlisberger sacked 3 times in the first half. Second quarter, ensuing Titans drive, 2nd and 3 at their own 27. Chris Johnson drilled by Jarvis Jones. You can hear that through your computer. Loss of 2 on the play. Jones is pumped. Ensuing Steelers drive. Roethlisberger looking for Emmanuel Sanders. Picked off by Alteron Werner at the Steelers 49. That football is taken directly to Alteron. Titans take over. Ben Roethlisberger not pleased. 7 plays later, 4th and 1. Jackie Battle with the second effort picks up the first down. Titans get the first down on the play. Mike Munchak says things are going our way. 6 plays later, it's Jackie Battle who goes in from 3 yards out. Titans lead it 7-2. 11 times they ran the ball in that 12-play scoring drive. Third quarter, Steelers ball still down 7-2. Roethlisberger sacked again by Zach Brown. Pittsburgh has to punt. Roethlisberger visibly frustrated with how things are going. Ensuing Titans possession, this is what Troy Polamalu has done so many times in his career, flying in, anticipating the snap, and sacking Jake Locker for a 3-yard loss. Gets that head start, times it perfectly. Must be the shampoo. Fourth quarter, 9:57 remaining. 2 possessions later for the Titans, 1st and 10, their own 36. Chris Johnson runs right, gains 11 yards, would lead to a 44-yard Rob Baronis field goal. Johnson had 70 yards on the day. Steelers ball, last chance, down 13-2. Roethlisberger sacked by Jarrell Casey, the 5th sack of the game. Roethlisberger threw for 191 yards. This was a bad, bad day. Titans win it by the final of 16-9.
It's the Steelers visiting the Bengals, and there was a moment of silence for all the victims killed at the shooting at the Washington Navy Yard in Washington, D.C. James Harrison taking on his former team, and Ben Roethlisberger and the Steelers trying to make things happen early. Roethlisberger to David Paulson for a 34-yard gain.
No!
Uh-oh.
Must protect the church's money.
You got to hold on to that ball. Adam Pac-Man Jones with the strip, or was it? Take a look at this. This ball's out, right?
Only thing he had to do was look at 81's reaction. He jumped up like he was late for work and he couldn't find his wallet.
Exactly what I said. Not quite in those terms, but pretty close. Andy Dalton to Tyler Eifert, and 61-yard gain.
That's exactly why they drafted this guy, to stretch the field.
2 plays later, Giovanni Bernard. You like it?
I like the power at the end of this run, LT.
Yes. Used his power, got in the end zone.
His first career touchdown. And
love the blocking. Look up front. Everybody has a hat for a hat. And there's one-on-one with Ryan Clark. And running back, Gio, you have to make this guy miss. And he does. Runs right around Ryan Clark and uses his power at the end to get in the end zone.
Oh, LT, you like that power. Second quarter, Steelers down 10-3. Roethlisberger throwing short over the middle.
Uh-oh, that wasn't out.
Sanders takes it 43 yards and can't quite get it in, down to the 1-yard line. On the very next play, 1st and goal, Roethlisberger to Derek Moy from Penn State. We have a tie game, guys.
That's called a dime right there.
Yep.
How
Big
sweet
Ben
was that?
dropped a dime on him.
Yeah.
And that right there, I don't like that
Can't
right
throw
there. What are you doing? Saying hello? Congratulations? I have a problem with that.
On the ensuing possession, Mohamed Sanu trying to haul it in. I guess he's there to break it up.
Knock it down.
Ike Taylor.
Knock it down.
Ike Taylor was a busy man on this evening. Seemed to bottle up AJ Green for a good portion of the night. Look at him here. Let's AJ get loose for a little gain. But then, as Dalton tries to find Green again, Ike Taylor right there. One more time.
It's just a battle all game. They're going back and forth.
Keep the ball in front of you as a defender. I like that by Ike. Keep the ball in front of you. Make him earn it.
And here he is again, Dalton. But that left other guys open.
Space.
Giovanni Bernard, right?
That's too much space
versatility.
right there. That's too much space.
In the running back position.
Well, they bottled up Green, but not
too much
Bernard.
speed.
Bengals up 17-10 at this point. We fast forward to the fourth quarter. Roethlisberger again looking for Emmanuel Sanders, but it's overthrown and the Steelers are forced to punt. On the ensuing possession, Dalton looking for A.J. Green, but just a little bit out of reach. The Bengals had to settle for a field goal. That makes it 20-10. Roethlisberger then looking for Jericho Cotchery, but instead he finds a gator. Oh, that's a nice pick by Reggie Nelson.
Yes, that is. Tip drill.
Yep, Roethlisberger can't believe it. Take one more look at this thing.
Oh, ball high.
You guys practice this all the time.
The
practice,
tip drill, baby.
Yep.
That's how y'all start practice.
No, I don't start practice like that as a defensive line.
Roethlisberger
Wow.
wasn't feeling good. Here's Ben Jarvis, Green Ellis,
Hold the law firm.
rushing for about 4 yards, but a penalty on Lamar Woodley for unnecessary roughness, and a scrum ensues.
Oh, Lord. Oh, AFC Central.
Yeah.
Getting it down and dirty.
And Mike Tomlin looks on. It's going to be a long year for you, Coach. I believe 20-10 was the final. Ben Roethlisberger threw 37 times, and Andy Dalton thrown 45 times. Seemed to be more effective on this night.
Points over the Cincinnati Bengals and the Minnesota Vikings. How would Jay Cutler and the crew do on the road for the first time this year? Big Ben, he's been on his backside a lot this year, sacked 7 times already and under pressure from the get-go. DJ Williams is stripping it.
See, that don't make sense, man. But I know you're pressure, but just take the sack, man. That's a turnover.
But that's just not him, bro.
Yeah, but it shouldn't be him behind the center if he keep doing that.
It's got to be him behind the center.
Well, this is him as in 22. Matt Forte, underrated, right, Marshall?
Underrated, underappreciated. I love this guy, man.
Mark Trestman is using him well.
Next Bears possession. Matt Forte. You know, does he have more speed than we think?
Why would you try to strip the ball instead of tackle the man?
He stepped out inside the 10, so a gain of 55.
When you know he's going to score anyway.
So they take him out, much to the chagrin of this Forte fantasy owner. And there goes Michael Bush in, and it's 17 zip.
A nice combination of plays right here, man.
And where are they playing at, guys?
Yeah, they're in Pittsburgh.
And that's a heavy dude right there, Michael Bush, that hitting up in there.
All right, and Big Ben gets dropped again by DJ Williams.
That sack right there, like, I don't even know what a quarterback just to get blitzed up the middle like that and to not see it. Like, you got to throw that away.
Well, his hand a little shaky after that hit. Second quarter, Steelers down by 14. Roethlisberger looking for Jericho Cotchery, but here comes that Bears defense again. Major right, I'll take that, thank you. Second straight win, week with a pick six.
Man, guys just slowed up, stop fighting. He has to keep fighting, come inside to try to make that play. But what a great play by the Bears defense.
Anybody was looking for a definition of chuck and duck?
This chuck and duck. Okay, I'm going to count them out. Everybody's accounted for. We got one. We picked it up. Now, okay. Get rid of it. We got our hot. Now, chuck and duck. That's the problem.
Lit up too.
We can't blame that one on the OC.
So the Bears are up 24-3 on the road against a team that has struggled to find any semblance of an offense. But then there's this.
Yep.
Anthony Walters roughing the punter, Zoltan Mesko. That is true roughing.
Yeah,
it's so funny, man.
we only show those plays when they.
Yeah. So now the Steelers have a chance to maybe get back in it. Roethlisberger to Antonio Brown, who had a huge night.
Wow, this dude here, man, what a night he had.
Is he a one, Michael?
He was making a statement that I know everybody's been talking about, the Mike Wallace-less team, but I am the man now. He showed up. And you'll see another play he made this game. Just incredible.
Good blitz pickup there by Jonathan Dwyer on
Great
Chris Conte.
concentration.
Steelers down just 14 at the break. Third quarter, 27-13 Chicago. Roethlisberger to Brown again. You were talking about it.
Speaking of the devil,
It's a bad man.
look at this right here, man. And that's right there.
Slow that thing down for us. Ow.
Hey, well, watch that toe right before that knee, though. Get out.
I love
That's
that kid,
incredible, man. You know what it
great
takes
kid, though.
to work something out like that. That
9
is a
catches,
nice
a $196 and 2 scores. Fourth quarter, Bears clinging to a 4-point lead. Jay Cutler, what sort of mistakes are you going to make on 3rd and 10? How about forget that?
This is something right here now.
You don't hit the quarterback, but the quarterback can hit you.
Yeah, but he's scared to hit the quarterback now.
Yeah, but the quarterback hit him.
Exactly.
So, where's that
do
rule?
something about that.
You got to do something about that.
That's Robert
Hitting
Bowman
out
going
21
backwards.
reasons like that.
Then 3 plays later,
That's not
3rd and
that for
12.
cover.
Cutler to Brandon Marshall, who did not have a huge night, but that one moves the chains.
That was a much-needed play. They needed to go upfield. The Pittsburgh Steelers defense had taken control of the game.
How about the pitch and catch here on 3rd and 5? It's the old Vandy connection. Cutler to Earl Bennett, originally ruled out of bounds, but Mark Trestman, you know what? He's thinking, I got this red flag in my pocket. I'm challenging and overturned. That's a touchdown.
That drag right there, Marshall. We talked about this earlier. Just an incredible play. You can tell these guys are in Mark Trestman's system, and they love playing football again.
So Steelers last gasp, just over 4 to go, and Julius Pepper says, "Give me that."
Doesn't it seem like he gets one of these every year?
Yeah.
Seems like Ben gets one of those every game.
Mama, there goes that man.
So
You don't know
that's
which one I'm talking about.
Pittsburgh and Minnesota from London. Kate Middleton actually played quarterback for the Steelers today, and Pippa got a couple of series at running back for the Vikings. First of 2 regular season games to be played in London. Ben Roethlisberger looking to avoid an 0-4 start for the first time for Pittsburgh since 1968. That's before I was born. Matt Castle making his first start with Christian Ponder out. First quarter, Vikings second possession. Castle throws left to Greg Jennings. Greg Jennings runs by 5, 6, 7, 8 members of the Pittsburgh Steelers defense, 70 yards for a touchdown. Vikings lead it 10-0. How about Big Ben playing at the home of Big Ben? Look, kids, Big Ben, Parliament, Ben Roethlisberger. Even went all out to see what his namesake is all about. Steelers second possession. Things a little bit more difficult for Ben than he was when he was sightseeing. Roethlisberger looks deep on the right side. Emmanuel Sanders pulls it in for 36 yards. Next play, 1st and goal at the Vikings 7. It's Le'Veon Bell. How much are we going to see this guy, Mike Tomlin? Turns out a ton. 7-yard touchdown run. Last time the Steelers offense scored a first quarter touchdown, week 11 of 2012 against Baltimore on a leftwich run. It's been a long time. Second quarter, Steelers ball. Roethlisberger sacked by Jared Allen, keeping the Steelers out of the end zone. Allen had never sacked anybody against the Steelers, but he had 2.5 on that drive. How about Adrian Peterson looking for a breakout game? Second quarter, Vikings leading 10-7. Here goes all day. And there he goes. 60 yards later, he now has 12 career rushing touchdowns of 60 yards or more, most of any running back since 1940. Get Jim Brown on that list at number 2. Vikings lead at 17-7. Third quarter, Vikings lead 20-17. I don't think anybody wanted to tackle Adrian Peterson on that play. Untouched up the middle. He finished with 141 yards and 2 scores. Vikings by 10. Steelers get the ball back. Roethlisberger out of the pocket, looking for Emmanuel Sanders instead. Chad Greenway picks it off. Roethlisberger's 5th interception of the season. So now the Vikings looking for some distance. Castle again looking for Greg Jennings. Down the middle of the field, 16-yard touchdown. Jennings, 92 yards and 2 touchdowns. Castle went for 248 on the day. Vikings up 34-17, but Pittsburgh not done. Fourth quarter, 2nd and 10 at the Vikings 15, 9th play of the drive. Roethlisberger hits Jericho Cotchery for the score. Steelers trail 34-24, but Roethlisberger in some kind of pain after the play. Watch it again. Hits his hand on Everson Griffin. Grabbed his hand right away. He got checked out on the sideline, but that's not going to keep Roethlisberger out of the game. It's the toughest quarterback there is. Later in the fourth quarter, Steelers trail by 7. Roethlisberger hits Cotchery, runs along the sideline for a 36-yard gain. 7 plays later, 35 seconds left. Roethlisberger looks for Antonio Brown, The ball's tipped, and he catches it. A 7-yard gain 3 plays later. 19 seconds left. It's 3rd and goal. Roethlisberger drops back, but he's sacked and stripped by Everson Griffin, recovered by the Vikings. They win at 34-27. Roethlisberger did throw for 383, 1 touchdown, 1 pick, and I didn't see Pippa anywhere.
As for Geno Smith and his Jets against the Steelers, Geno was excellent Monday night. Ben Roethlisberger and the Steelers looking for their first win of the season. They've had all kinds of issues on that offensive line. They signed Levi Brown, but you know what, guys?
Didn't help.
He hurt his triceps in pregame warm-ups.
Oh, come on. You got to be kidding me.
It's true. Ben nearly sacked in the end zone. Then he's dropped by Garrett McIntyre. Doubled up by Calvin Pace and Lige Douzable.
You know what that's like when you go to the grocery store and buy fruit and you don't really look at it and you get home and it's spoiled, it's ruined, it's like, is it
not what you thought it was going to be?
It's called Douzable? Is that what you said? No, not Douzable.
Oh, you were drawing something different. Okay, I thought you were drawing something with the name.
No, about Levi Brown.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah, with the triceps.
I got Antonio Brown with the drop. Geno Smith, you remember how good he was Monday night in Atlanta?
Yep.
Not the case today. Look how open Stephen Hill is.
Oh, you got to hit him. You got to put the ball on him. That's your opportunity. That's your moment in the sun. That changes the complexion of the game.
This time, Geno going to put it on the money, but watch the play by the veteran Troy Polamalu.
Troy was flying around, knocking guys all over the place. Perfect technique, hit, shoulder, head out of the way. Great hit.
That's going to leave a mark right there.
Third quarter, 3rd down and 2. Jets defense obviously thinking about the run. Play action, excellent call here. And better execution. Look how open Emmanuel Sanders is. 5 yards behind that Jets defense, 55-yard score.
Take a look at this replay right here. You wonder how can a guy get that wide open? You got to know a guy like Cromartie who's aggressive.
Yeah,
he bit on it.
And also, Jamie, he had no safety help, so he's by himself. So he needs to stay inside.
Right.
So he's trying to jump that route and gets beat.
Well, that's because that's Cromartie. You know, he's from the Harvard of the South, too, just so you know.
Oh, is he really?
Yes.
Well, he might want to go back to school.
And perhaps the most unbelievable stat through this point of the season, the Steelers had no turnovers created until that play right there.
And that's just kind of counterintuitive when you look at how great the Steelers defense has been over the years. They have been a low turnover team over the last 3 or 4 seasons.
Ryan Clark with that pick. 4th quarter now, Jets driving but trailing 19-6. Look at the pressure on the rookie right there. Picked off again, this time by another Florida State guy, Jim.
And I want to say, Jarvis Jones, their first-round pick, was the guy that provided that pressure, who has been playing well for this defense as a rookie.
Up and down life for a rookie, guys. As you both know, Geno Smith, the AFC Offensive Player of the Week from his performance 6 days ago, but not so strong today.
Something the Baltimore Ravens currently own. Joe Flacco and the boys on the road to take on Big Ben and Pittsburgh. Remember, he missed both games against the Ravens a year ago. First quarter, Roethlisberger to Heath Miller. We love that.
Shovel pass.
Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing?
I love the shovel pass. It always gets me.
Okay, all right. Third quarter, Ravens down. 3rd and 12. Joe Flacco to Jacoby Jones, but it is
underthrown. That's what it is. Underthrown. He was wide open.
Ravens forced to punt. 4th quarter, Steelers with the ball up 4. Ben Roethlisberger looking for one of their young guys, Derek Moy. And he drops. Boy, it's kind of a common theme in this game. So Steelers settle for a field goal and a 7-point lead. Ravens next possession. Flacco to Tannen Doss for 13 yards. Oh, and Troy Polamalu in on the hit. 8 plays later, though, Ravens still driving. Flacco to Dallas Clark. The old man still catching it.
Still get it done.
So we are tied at 16. Now you got to kick it off with under 2 minutes to go. Emmanuel Sanders, don't run out of there. You're 8 yards deep, and you can get.
Why are we showing this?
Just run it. Go run it. From SMU. That's right. The problem is, we got to go back and look at this.
What?
All 40 plays are reviewed. Look who stepped out at 37.
No, he didn't.
There was no reason to.
The guy from SMU.
There's no reason to.
Well, I mean, I don't think he wanted to.
Yeah, but you gotta walk that tightrope. Field awareness.
All right, so it's still Pittsburgh ball right around midfield. Under a minute to go. Roethlisberger to Antonio Brown.
That's my man.
13 yards, and he gets out of bounds.
And he's on my fantasy team.
Oh, okay, well, that should be the headliner there. Then Roethlisberger to Antonio Brown. Whose fantasy team is he on?
Mine.
Okay, gets another 11 yards. 2 plays later, it's Sean Sweezum from 42 yards out.
Squeeze him for cheesing.
Dependable and a winner. Steelers knock out the defending champs 19-16, your final.
Always a good one between the Steelers and the Raiders. Big Ben and the Steelers have won their last two, taking on an always tough Oakland Raiders, Terrell Pryor. He's got the talent to be the guy in Oakland.
After the penalty, they spotted at the 7. They hand off, it's Pryor. A lot of real estate to the 30. Pryor is off and running. Inside Steelers territory, 20, 10, and Pryor is in. 93 yards.
Now they find themselves behind 7-0 to the Raiders.
Mesco's kick is blocked. As he tries to get downhill against this vaunted Steelers defense. 2nd and 5. Handoff. McFadden lunges end zone. Touchdown. 3rd and 8. Roethlisberger avoiding the sack, finding his man. It's Sanders. Masterful play by Roethlisberger. 3 timeouts left, 3rd and 3. It is no official call. It was through the offensive player's hands, and it is intercepted. Tracy Porter with a monstrous defensive play. But just $1:27 left. This is 1st and goal. Roethlisberger on the give Bell. And the Steelers still not going away. A couple of missed kicks from inside 35 yards. We can make up for it right here. Onside kick. The Raiders field it. Not the bounce Sweezum was looking for. And it is over. Sanders, a desperation play as the Pittsburgh Steelers see their 2-game winning streak come to an end in Oakland.
Pats and Steelers and champs in the house. Boston Red Sox, John Lester.
Big
Clay
Puppy.
Buchholz.
Play Big Puppy.
No Big Poppy.
Love, man.
A lot of facial hair, though. First quarter, Big Ben. I hate it when they say this is like a punt. Like this is like a bad throw.
No, it's a bad, horrible throw.
No, it wasn't like a bad
punt.
throw. It was a bad throw.
Okay, you're right. It was a bad throw. Picked off by Devin McCourty. And the Patriots would capitalize.
Here's a good
Tom
throw.
Brady to Danny Amendola, his first touchdown.
What does it say?
As a New England Patriot.
Man, Danny Amendola looked like he was. That looked like this is why they gave me the money today.
Gronk, welcome
Gronk.
back.
Yeah, Gronk, that 3rd game for Gronk.
13-yard gain on this one. Now in the red zone. And then Gronk, welcome back. I'm just going to say that every week, even if it's like 6 games in for him.
You can say it because Tom Brady's going to keep doing just that right there. I don't care who's covering him. Everybody else has shown me you can't get it done. I'm giving it to him.
Huge day, 9 catches, $143 in that score. Later on in the second, Big Ben to Antonio Brown. That is
My
the
man.
200 career TD toss.
That's my man. This is one of the best receivers in the game today.
That dude bad.
He is.
Man.
You got to
for
see
real.
this boy go to work.
Third quarter, pass up
Bad.
14. Brady to Stephen Ridley. But watch Troy Polamalu strip that away, and Lamar Woodley recovered.
I don't get that. He didn't make a football move. You know, like most of the time when you knock a ball out of a receiver's hand like that, he hadn't taken a step. Why wasn't it just incomplete?
Yeah, the play was challenged because it was a turnover, but they upheld the call. So there you go. And then Roethlisberger to Jericho Cotchery, who had a huge day, 20 yards and the touch. Steelers down 7. Then Roethlisberger to Cotchery, who, as I said, had a huge day. We're tied at 24. He had 3 receiving touchdowns on the day.
Just like that.
Fourth quarter, Pats with a 3-point lead, and then Tom Brady goes cuckoo. And so does Aaron Dobson, 17 yards on this one.
Where did he go?
Great throw.
But this is a good cuckoo. Now, there's crazy cuckoo. There's plenty of that, too, but that's not here.
He's starting to show up. Now Aaron Dobson starts to say, let me get in this part.
And so, too, does the Patriots defense. Dane Fletcher with
gotta get rid of
5
that
New
ball,
England
man.
sacks.
He has to get rid of that ball, man.
You know, Roethlisberger threw for more than 400 yards, even. And then Brady to Gronk. Move those chains on
That's
3rd and
called
7.
me Gronk. Man, I'm going to tell you something. That dude right there, he's so sick of Gronk, he doesn't know what to do.
And then the pretty pirouette by Stephen Ridley, his first 100-yard game of the year. He also had 2 scores.
Those are the plays that we never used to see against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Just an effort play.
Well, you don't see this often either.
This secondary is on fire.
That's Aaron Dobson, 81 yards.
They're in the cold tub right now.
Patriots score an NFL season high 55.
Tom Brady says, that's more like it.
Bills Steelers, E.J. Manuel back after injuring his LCL in Week 5. Meanwhile, Ben Roethlisberger has asked the Steelers to explore a trade, according to our own Ian Rappaport. Although he did play for the Steelers today. Opening Steelers possession, Roethlisberger intercepted by Jarius Byrd, who returns at 57 yards. Maybe Roethlisberger thought he was actually got traded playing for the Bills. I'm going to throw to a guy on my new team. Would lead to a 20-yard Dan Carpenter field goal. Bills have the lead by the score of 3-0. Second quarter, Steelers ball. The game is tied 3-3. Second and 8 from the Steelers 16. Roethlisberger, the shovel pass to Le'Veon Bell. There he goes for 34 yards. Good-looking rookie has injected life into the Steelers offense. First and 10 from the 50. 6 plays later, 3rd and 4 from the Bills 29. Roethlisberger deep to Antonio Brown. He had a big game. 24 yards downfield. First and goal from the Bills 5. Next play, it's Roethlisberger looking in the corner for Jericho Cotchery. The 5-yard touchdown gives the Steelers a 10-3 lead. Jericho Cotchery and I have the same account. I'm not lying to you, we do. Same account. Third quarter, Steelers ball still leading 10-3. 4th and 3 from the Bills 11. But Marcel Darius called for encroachment. That would give the Steelers a 1st and goal from the 6, and they make them pay. 2 plays later, it's 2nd and goal from the 4, and here's Le'Veon Bell hidden. But trust me, he goes into the end zone, gets the touchdown from 4 yards out. Steelers pad the lead to 17-3. How about E.J. Manuel? How was his rough day back? 4th quarter, same score, Bills ball. 1st and 10 from their own 22, looking for Marquise Goodwin. Instead, picked off by Ryan Clark, who returns it for 37 yards. This would lead to a 37-yard Sean Swisham field goal. Steelers lead by the score of 20-3. Next Bills possession, 3rd and 17 from their own 33. 3rd play of the drive. Manuel sacked by Cameron Hayward. He finished with 155 yards passing, a touchdown and a pick. Steelers win it, 23-10.
Lions and the Steelers from Pittsburgh. Matthew Stafford hoping to get the Lions a win in Pittsburgh. First time since 1955. It counts as a long time ago. Antonio Brown had a huge afternoon and got started out well first quarter.
It's the uniforms, Paul. You know what it is.
You like him or you don't like him?
No, I don't like it. It reminds you of a correctional team.
Hey, sometimes they play the best football. You know that.
I guess, longest yard, man.
Antonio Brown touchdown. Here's Ben Roethlisberger just being Ben Roethlisberger.
Mm-hmm.
Nice job right there.
And that's what he can do. He still can improvise as good as anybody in the league. And sometimes you need that.
Nobody's tackled Antonio Brown yet. I don't even think he's been touched. 14-0 Pittsburgh early. There's another receiver in this game who's also over 100 yards, of course. And that's Calvin Johnson. He also had a big first half. Second quarter, Lions down 17-3. Where is he?
Oh, boy.
And he is wide open.
Yes. Could he be the next CJ 2K?
As in 2,000 total receiving yards?
How about long term? Can he break Jerry Rice's record?
No, that ain't close.
You don't think so?
No. Because he'll be making $29 million a year by that time, so the league won't ever pay him that kind of money. Because you got to have the longevity. Jerry put up
he's
numbers.
going to be able to still be able to play. It doesn't matter how much money they pay him. He's going to still, somebody's going to
this league has changed. It's about cheddar now.
More Calvin Johnson going to work on Ike Taylor.
$30 million and they cut him. You think nobody's going to pick him up?
19-yard score. The Lions led by 7
There's a very
halftime.
little chance he's going to have that kind of a career.
20 years.
Yes.
Fourth quarter, the Lions leading 27-23. Stafford looking at Johnson in the end zone. Broken up by Ryan Clark.
Nice play by Ryan Clark.
Yep.
And Ike Taylor.
Next play, 4th and 5. Fake field goal.
Why? Why?
I don't know.
Ryan Clark recovers for the Steelers. Don't like the call, of course. Didn't work.
That's a poor coaching decision. Kick the field goal.
Lions could have been up by 7. So the Steelers back with it. Antonio Brown. 3rd down and 9. He gets 16.
Paul, I'm going to tell you why.
Yes.
Because you'll see a lot of times when you make a bad decision, it gives the other team life. You'll see right now what the Pittsburgh Steelers do with the football.
Lots of life given to the Steelers. That was 4th and 2. Remember, they just picked up a 3rd down and 9. Le'Veon Bell.
Nothing to lose. Let's go for it.
Jericho Cotchery. He's got a first down and then some. 19 yards down to the Detroit 1-yard line. 3 plays later, Roethlisberger Will Johnson.
Good pickup by the
Steelers
fullback
on
on
top.
that play right there that led it up.
And then now exactly what we were talking about. Now they're not tied. If you kick the field goal, it's a 30-30 game. Now they're down and now have to kind of be in catch-up mode. Result, Stafford makes a forced throw right here.
Looking for Calvin Johnson, of course, but Will Allen is there to pick off that underthrow.
Yeah, if you're going to do that, you got to put the ball up.
Yeah.
You know, that's fine. I don't have a problem with making that throw, but if you're going to make that throw, put it up. You got to airmail it so Calvin can jump at it.
Calvin held without a catch in the second half. He had 6 catches, 179 yards, all coming in the first 2 quarters. Jericho Conchery.
Nice.
Wide open.
Nice.
Nice play design. Fake screen, take off by the number 2 receiver.
Both quarterbacks well over 300 yards, but Ben Roethlisberger much more efficient at 29 of 45 for 367 and 4 TDs.
They're going to miss him when they trade him. You know that, right?
I don't think that they will. That's a good sign. You know, all the criticism. That lets you know how Big Ben, the makeup of Big Ben, bounced back and had a great performance.
And take a look and see what happened before that news conference. Steelers, Browns, Ben Roethlisberger, 15-1 against Cleveland. Lifetime. Antonio Brown against Joe Hayden, going to duel it out today.
Mm-hmm. Nice battle, man. Great battle.
Here's Brown here picking up. Oh,
yeah.
Might have been a push.
Well, hey, get your hands off me. Get your hands off me.
It's a 17-yard game. No call. So now Antonio Brown behind Joe Hayden. Hayden does a great job at catching up, but ball falls in the hands of Antonio Brown.
And you can see how he got in trouble. Once again, eyes in the backfield, not on your receiver. Guessing a little bit, he runs right by you. That's not how Joe Hayden usually plays.
Exactly. I hate when guys start playing high, get out of their technique. That's not what I normally see out of this young man either.
Like I tell you, sometimes you start to feel yourself.
He did.
You know, and you don't concentrate on your technique.
Respect the game.
No doubt.
Brown had 6 catches, 92 yards, but not that one.
That's a nice play.
Joe Hayden kind of held on a little bit.
Just a little. No, they didn't call it.
That's illegal in 3 states, but obviously not in Ohio.
13-3, Steelers up at halftime. Third quarter, 3rd down and 7. Campbell. Hit by William Gay. Will Allen recovers. He thinks he's got 6 points right about here.
The way he's moving, he didn't think he had 6 points.
He thought he had it.
No, he didn't.
And he does.
You know when you don't have that.
Brought down at the 4-yard line, but Jason Campbell injured on the play.
Yeah.
Hard hit to the head, taken to the locker room, and did not come back.
Interesting when sometimes they call the hit to the head and sometimes they don't.
I think his head hit the ground, and that's what caused it, the ground being hard right there.
Mm-hmm. Next play for the Steelers, Roethlisberger to Sanders, 4-yard touchdown, and Roethlisberger 22 out of 34, 2 TDs, and no interceptions. Brandon Weeden back into the game. In for the injured Jason Campbell. What do you think is going to happen right here?
What do you think is going to happen?
Oh, well.
William Gay.
Don't use the excuse, I didn't get any practice reps either.
Takes it 21 yards for the touchdown. Kevin Harlan had me covered for the highlight there.
He did have you. Very nice little
He was excited.
You are the man.
Steelers, 3 consecutive wins. 27-11.
Biggest thing, Paul, 5 sacks. That defense, once again, is they're turning it up. Turning the ball, getting takeaways. This team better watch out. Pittsburgh might be back.
Oh, no, I don't think there's any doubt that they're back in the mix because of the other teams not being able to put them away. You know, there was an opportunity to put the Steelers away, and now they've kind of found their sea legs with this new 30-something kind of a oriented football team, and they're playing better.
A fun game to watch, that was for sure. Ben Roethlisberger looking to get his 8th win against Joe Flacco. To be honest, Big Ben has owned Flacco lately. Flacco hoping to keep the Ravens right in the thick of the playoff race first quarter.
Here we go.
Flacco to Torrey Smith.
Big plays.
Real big.
Can't do it, Pittsburgh.
This one all the way down to the 1-yard line. It was originally ruled a touchdown, but the refs said that Smith was down at the 1-yard line. So Flacco then to Smith again. This time he gets the touchdown.
Angry Spike.
They're up 7-0. Take another look at how this one went down. Heath, walk us through it.
Well, I mean, it's kind of simple. It's a typical Dick LeBeau fire zone. You see Brett Kiesel kind of drop back there as defensive lineman playing a linebacker position. Couldn't get his hand on the ball. Troy Polamalu might have been a little out of position on that one as well, though.
All right, here's Sean Sweezum here in the second quarter. Looks like a terrible miscommunication with Matt McBriar and Sweezum here. He's tackled for a loss of 12 yards. Any idea, guys, what happened here?
I think he just missed time to kick.
Yeah, but I know this. I mean, Squeeze, you're here at the end. I mean, give me a rugby kick or something. Save your team. Give me a break.
Man,
Kickers.
that led to a Ravens
should have to go for it on 4th down.
They go up 10-0. In the third quarter, Le'Veon Bell. I tell you, this kid can play.
Hasn't he turned his game around ever since Big Ben kind of alluded that he wasn't giving 100% or he wasn't doing enough? He's made a slight change in his performance.
He's a difference maker for this football team, I'll tell you that. 3 plays later, 3rd and goal from the 8.
So is
Roethlisberger to Emmanuel Sanders for the touchdown. This is what Roethlisberger does.
Well, that's what's so special about Ben. When you talk about this offensive line, this beat-up offensive line, he can sit in the pocket, he can create, he can buy time with his feet, keep the plays alive, keep his eyes downfield, and those receivers, they know how he plays the game, so they learn how to uncover and get open and find those spots.
The scramble rules versus Big Ben are always important.
And here's Jacoby Jones. Look at that. He's gone.
He's fast.
Maybe not.
Well, maybe not fast enough.
Looks like we had 12 men on the field.
Yeah.
There
Too much
were
dancing
some
with the stars.
shenanigans going on here. I think Mike Tomlin, look at him peek over his shoulder. Oh, wow.
Hey,
he's a good actor, isn't he?
Mike. Hey, well.
So Cortez Allen gets the tackle. Jones wants the flag, and Tomlin, he just smiles a little bit because he knows.
I didn't do nothing.
Yeah, he knows exactly what he did. 4th quarter, Roethlisberger to Antonio Brown for pickup of 19 yards, and the Steelers are moving the ball.
I seriously think he's a better passer on the move than he is in the pocket.
There's no doubt. I think you're absolutely right. Le'Veon Bell takes it in for the touchdown. Steelers make it 19-14. What do they call that, the Carlton dance?
I don't know, but his next almost touchdown, he wasn't dancing after that one.
No, he definitely wasn't. So here comes Flacco to Smith, short of the first down, but he does pick up 10 yards. Justin Tucker hits a 48-yard field goal. So the Ravens go up 22-14. Steelers ball now. Roethlisberger dropping back. Hits Brown. That's a 19-yard gain, and the Steelers moving one more time. 3 plays later on 1st and 10. Roethlisberger to Heath Miller for a 13-yard pickup in the first down. Couple of plays later, Roethlisberger again. Waiting, dropping it off to Bell. Bell goes 29 yards to the 20.
Good finish, youngster.
So the Steelers are feeling good. 2 plays later, 2nd and 10. Roethlisberger to his tight end.
Give it to him, Heath Miller. Almost.
Looked like a touchdown, but the play was going to be reviewed. Miller ruled down by contact before he reached the end zone. You guys okay with that?
With a really good tight end, you have to look for him in the red zone.
All right, so here's Bell, and he gets hammered big time right as he dives into the end zone, kind of sandwiched by a pair of Ravens there. Bell was knocked out, loses his helmet in the process. So they said the helmet came off before the ball crossed the goal line, so the play was dead. Roethlisberger looking for Will Johnson. His pass falls incomplete. Roethlisberger to Jericho Cotchery, and the Steelers get the touchdown they've been looking for. But they need
defensive mistake
2.
there, Willie, huh?
They need 2 to tie the game. And a 2-point conversion for a second from that angle, it looked good. But Sanders unable to bring in the catch.
He never turned around for the football.
That's a tough catch, though.
Yeah, that is a tough catch.
It is, but Emmanuel can help Big Ben out on that one. You know where the placement of that ball is going to be. Put your foot in the ground. Come back to it.
That guy was face guarding him. I don't think he could have got around it.
One last chance. Sean Sweezum tries the onside kick here, but they just couldn't come up with it. And the Ravens win a tough one, 22-20, the final. What a good, hard-fought ball game. As you said earlier, Willie, you wouldn't expect anything less from these two teams. Came down to the wire, a thrilling finish, but in the end, it's the Ravens improving to 6-6.
Dolphins and the Steelers. Mike Wallace in his first game against his old team after spending his first 4 years with the Steel Curtain. Mike Tomlin fined $100,000 on Wednesday for his on-field incident on Thanksgiving. First quarter, no score. Steelers ball, Roethlisberger. Emmanuel Sanders in the snow for a 5-yard touchdown. Roethlisberger now the all-time leader in touchdown passes, passing Terry Bradshaw. Ensuing Dolphins possession, Ryan Tannehill scrambles. He runs left for 48 yards. Where's Tomlin? Where's Tomlin? Come out and make a play, Tomlin. He can't do it. Would lead to a Caleb Sturgis 30-yard field goal. Dolphins trail 7-3. Second quarter now, following a Roethlisberger fumble. 2nd and goal at the Steelers 6. Tannehill looking for Charles Clay. I think Mike Tomlin had the coverage on this. Clay is into the end zone. Dolphins lead 10-7. Third quarter, Dolphins ball still leading by 3. 3rd and 4 on the Steelers 12. Tannehill hits Daniel Thomas, who was stopped short of the marker by Ryan Clark. Penalty on the play. Take another look. Clark called for the personal foul and the helmet-to-helmet hit. Tomlin can't believe it would lead to Thomas's 4-yard touchdown. Dolphins lead 17-7. Where were you? I know, Mike. You got to be out there. You got to make some coverage plays. Steelers get the ball. Roethlisberger, Antonio Brown over the middle. 43 yards, and he's in for the score. Steelers trail 17-14. Now it's the Dolphins' turn. Tannehill from his own end zone. Picked off by Troy Polamalu, and here goes Polamalu in. Dive, Troy, dive! Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Watch it again. How many times we see Troy Polamalu make plays like this? Got the ball over the goal line. Steelers lead 21-17. So now it's the Dolphins. Suddenly looking at the trailing side of things. Tannehill fires deep to Charles Clay. Charles Clay gains 40 yards. 4 plays later, it's 3rd and goal. Tannehill for Brian Hartline. Touchdown. But the pass is ruled incomplete. Joe Philbin would challenge the play. It would be reversed because, watch again, Hartline gets both feet down, maintains possession. Dolphins lead 24-21. Fourth quarter, Steelers ball trailing 24-21. Roethlisberger finds Jericho Cotchery, who's been red hot the last few weeks. Steelers lead 28-24. 3 Dolphins possessions later, trailing 28-24, 2nd and 1 in their 28. It's Daniel Thomas who finds a hole, and there he goes. 55-yard gain for Thomas. Oh, come on, make some room, Mike Wallace. 2 plays later, it's 2nd and 6 on the Steelers' 13. Tannehill looking for Charles Clay, this suddenly dangerous Charles Clay. Catches the ball, makes a turn, doesn't go down, and goes in for the touchdown. Watch this again. 2 Steelers have him wrapped up, including Troy Polamalu, but Clay somehow stays up. Dolphins lead 31-28. Okay, it's last chance play. Everybody's laughing on the Dolphins sideline. The Steelers aren't going to go 80 yards for a touchdown. One of those trick plays. Here we go. Roethlisberger hits Sanders. Sanders pitches to Cotchery, to Le'Veon Bell, to Marcus Gilbert, to Roethlisberger. All right, this is going to end it, right? Roethlisberger. He pitches it to Antonio Brown, and Antonio Brown. Antonio Brown is free. Antonio Brown is in the clear. Antonio Brown is in for a touchdown. Steelers win. Steelers win. Wait. In the clear, Antonio Brown steps out of bounds. Clearly, he was out of bounds, had nowhere to go, and he stepped out. Dolphins win at 34-28. Oh, the sideline sometimes is not your friend, Mike Tomlin.
Andy Dalton and Bengals, we said, hey, a win tonight and a Lions win Monday over the Ravens, and those guys are the AFC North champs. James Harrison, welcome back to the Steel City. This one got ugly early.
That wind took that ball.
Kyle Huber, you know what? This was the best part of the punter's night there. Now, it wasn't a safety because he was actually tackled just outside of the goal line, so the Steelers get the ball there.
I don't like that call.
And this actually worked in the Steelers' favor.
Yeah, when it started early for Cincinnati Bengals. It started early, and it kept going downhill.
Yeah, it led to a Le'Veon Bell touchdown. But then Antonio Brown, you talked about him. He can do a little bit of everything.
Well, ain't nobody could cover a man this long.
That's Brown getting down right there, man. He's having quite a season.
Set it up.
And just like that, it's 14-0. Now here's the play that changed the game. Brown taking it 67 yards, not only for the touchdown, not only for a 21-0 lead, but there were huge hits all over the place, including the punter who took a massive shot to the face from Terrence Garvin.
It was clean, too.
That was a hit right there.
A broken jaw on the play. That
was clean. Praying for you, man. Marsh.
As you can see, it was...
You know, if you have a mouthpiece in, it don't happen.
Fourth quarter now. Bengals trailing 30-7. Andy Dalton to the rookie, Tyler Eifert.
Man, what a play right there. That's a big boy. That's what they love to do with him. They did it to him. They did it with him in college. He does it here.
Bengals would get the ball back now. 4th and 5. Dalton 2. A wide open Marvin Jones on 4th and 5. They went for 2.
Somebody didn't switch off on the coverage.
They missed the 2-point conversion, so they're down 10.
Like
because here on the 2-point conversion, Jarvis Jones, the rookie, knocks it down. Ensuing Steelers possession. 3rd and 7. Bengals need a stop here with 5 and change to go. Emmanuel Sanders. Oh, Chris Crocker, you got to make that tackle.
Now, see, that kind of play right there can get Sanders in the 88 club because that's beasting. Now, you got to give him a better first down than that.
4 Bengals around and no one made the play.
Next Bengals possession, Dalton. 4th and 10 for A.J. Green, and that is...
Oh, that's P.I. is what it was.
What?
That was P.I., man. You know,
see, that's part of the 1A club, not the 88
club. You know, that they give him that Jordan rule.
30-20. Grab. His old team taking on the Steelers, who didn't have to face Aaron Rodgers on this day, but rather Matt Flynn, who led that huge comeback down in Dallas. 3rd quarter, Packers trying to tie it up, but Mason Crosby's kick is blocked. Now watch this. It gets a little kooky. Ryan Clark, we think, picks it up, tries to scoop it backward, no, and then Ziggy Hood bats it. That's illegal. So the flag is thrown, but the refs say first down Green Bay. Why? Because Pittsburgh, in their opinion, never had full possession of the ball. Had they gotten full possession, they just would have been penalized, kept the ball, and moved it back half the distance to the goal line. Instead, they said Ryan Clark never had it. And by the way, it's a non-challengeable play. So
That's
Mike
not a
Tomlin
good
couldn't
call.
even challenge it.
That's not a good call at all.
Sorry about that. All right, so next play, how's it work out? For Pittsburgh, not very well, because here comes Eddie Lacy, the rookie out of Alabama. 15 carries, 84 yards, 2 scores, plus an injured ankle. Did not return. Next Steelers possession, though, Big Ben drives him down the field and hits Matt Spaeth for his first catch of the year.
Of the year?
The year in Week 16, and the Steelers reclaim the lead.
I like how Ben is getting the ball out of his hands quicker.
And then here we go. It's Schaub's special.
Cornerback's dream. That's what that is.
What is what?
That ball slipped out his
It
hand.
ain't slipped out the cornerback's hand.
That ball slipped out his hand.
Cortez Allen with his first career touchdown, by the way, and the Steelers take a 10-point lead. Packers now in the 4th, down 7.
Up in Oakland.
Flynn, who was 21 of 39 for 232, looking for Jordy Nelson.
Jordy can play, man.
That's right. He didn't slip no Marshalls.
31 on that pitch and catch, and then 3 plays later, no Eddie Lacy. Who do we give it to? John Coon.
Nobody want to hit that dude.
I don't know if
His Lambeau leap. We're tied at 31 with 7 and change to go. Next Green Bay possession, 3rd and 8. Matt Flynn trying to get to the sticks, which is a great idea until this happens. He fumbles it.
Palomalo still making plays.
Recovered by the human beard, Brett Kiesel. So now 4th and 3, the Steelers kicking the field goal, but Nick Perry, you're not going offside.
But you're not going to block it from there anyway.
That's just incredible right there.
So the Steelers get the first down, and then 2 plays later, Le'Veon Bell, first Steeler to rush for 100 yards in 23 games.
Wow.
Are you kidding me?
Still in the fight.
Well, the ensuing kickoff with $1:25 to go. Micah Hyde.
Now, see, if he had that Devin Hester, he would have got out the gate right here. Now, that's where you hit it, right there.
But anyway, still a 70-yard return, and the Packers are in business. So they get it down 2nd and goal, but we got a false start on Don Barkley, the right tackle. Now, they have no timeouts left, so it's a 10-second runoff, plus we've got a running clock when we put the ball down. So this is essentially last play of the game. Flynn to Jared Boykin, and...
You got to go to Jordy. You got to go to Jordy right there.
Jordy Nelson wide open.
You got to go to Jordy right there.
Packers will still have a win and in Chicago next Sunday.
Cleveland and Pittsburgh reports swirling on Sunday. This could be a one-and-done season for Rob Chudzinski as head coach of the Browns. Ben Roethlisberger, meanwhile, 16-1 in his career against Cleveland. First quarter, no score. Roethlisberger extends the play. This is what he does best. Finds Antonio Brown. Eludes a couple of tacklers for a 24-yard gain. He has turned into a superstar this season. 4 plays later, 1st and goal on the Browns 9. Roethlisberger, you thought Jericho Cotchery's career was over until this year. Catches a pass at the 5, dives in for the score. Steelers lead 7-0. This is why the future is bright for the Steelers. Le'Veon Bell. Kind of like a mini Matt Forte and what he can do for the offense, running the football, catching passes out of the backfield. 2nd quarter, Steelers ball leading 7-0. Look at Bell running right for a 15-yard gain. 10 plays later, 3rd and 4, Roethlisberger finds Bell over the middle. He does not have to come off the field. First down Steelers, 2 plays later, 2nd and goal. Le'Veon Bell spins away in the backfield, charges into the end zone for the 5-yard score. Bell, 20 carries, 90 yards on the ground and a touchdown. Watch it again. Bell spins off Billy Wynn, carries the pile across the pylon. Pittsburgh cruises, beating the Browns by the final of 20-7.